came from its unpredictability. Each year, distant rains in the highlands of East Africa sent floodwaters northward, swelling the river and transforming the land. For ancient Egyptians, this annual flood was not a disaster, it was a miracle. When the waters receded, they left behind a thick layer of fertile silt. In a landscape dominated by desert, this black soil made farming possible. Wheat, barley, vegetables, and flax flourished where nothing else could survive. The Egyptians even named their land after this contrast. The fertile riverbanks were known as the Black Land. The surrounding desert was the Red Land, a place of danger, chaos, and death. Life depended on understanding the balance between the two. From an aerial perspective, the logic of ancient settlement becomes clear. Villages formed along natural levees, fields spread outward from the river, temples and administrative centers rose at strategic points where trade routes converged. The Nile was not just a source of food, it was Egypt's highway. Before roads existed, the river connected the entire country. Boats carried stone, grain, timber, and people from one end of Egypt to the other. The current flowed north, while prevailing winds allowed sailboats to travel south. This made two-way travel efficient in a way unmatched by any other ancient civilization. Because of the Nile, Egypt was unified early in its history. Ideas, religious beliefs, technologies, and political authority could move freely along the river. This unity helped Egypt remain stable for thousands of years, while many neighboring civilizations rose and fell. Yet living with the Nile also required planning. Too little flooding meant famine. Too much flooding meant destruction. To survive, the ancient Egyptians developed systems to predict and measure the river's behavior. They created one of the earliest scientific instruments in human history, a flood gauge carved into stone. By monitoring the water level, priests and officials could estimate how productive the coming agricultural season would be and adjust taxes and food storage accordingly. These measurements were not merely practical, they were sacred. The Nile was seen as a divine force, a gift from the gods. Its cycles were woven into Egyptian religion, mythology, and cosmology. The river symbolized rebirth, continuity, and order, the same principles reflected in their beliefs about the afterlife. From the air, ancient towns along the Nile still reveal this worldview. Temples were aligned with celestial events. Burial grounds were placed on the western bank, where the sun set, symbolizing death and